26th April 2022. Morning Murli, Shanti, BapDada, Madhuban. Sweet children, in order to claim a high status, continue to fill yourselves, you souls, with the petrol of knowledge. Wake up early in the morning and remember the Father. Don't perform any wrong action. Question. Although the Father knows the horoscope of each of your children, why doesn't He tell you anything about it? Answer. Baba says, because I am the teacher. My duty is to give you children teachings and to reform you. However, I will not tell any of you what is in you. I have come to give you souls an injection, not to cause your physical illnesses. Question. What are your children no longer afraid of and why? Answer. Your children are no longer afraid of shedding your old bodies because it is in your intellect that your souls are imperishable. Even if you shed your old body, you have to return home. I am a bodiless soul. While living in this body, I am drinking the nectar of knowledge from the Father. This is why Baba says, children, may you remain immortal, become serviceable, and your lifespan will continue to increase. Song. Do not forget the days of your childhood. Shanti. Your children heard the song. You mustn't forget the one whom you call Mama and Baba. Those who composed the song do not understand the meaning of it. They don't even have the faith that they are children of that Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. That Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, has to come here to purify the impure. He comes to do such elevated service. He doesn't have any arrogance. He is called egoless. There is no question of his intellect having faith or him becoming soul conscious. He never has doubts. He never becomes body conscious. Human beings become body conscious, and so they have to make so much effort to become soul conscious. Baba says, consider yourselves to be souls. Human beings say, consider yourselves to be the Supreme Soul. There is so much difference. On the one hand, they remember the purifier, and then they say that God is in everyone. Go and explain to them. Look where Baba has come from in order to reform your children. Those who have firm faith say, you truly are mother and father. We have come here to follow your Srimad and to become elevated deities. God is always pure. People call out to Him, come to the impure world. So He would definitely have to enter an impure body. There is no one with a pure body in the impure world. So look how egoless the Father is. He has to enter an impure body. We would not call ourselves complete. We are becoming that now. The unlimited Father now says, children, follow Srimad. The Father gives Srimad. Wake up early in the morning so that your sins will be burnt away. If you don't follow Srimad, your sins cannot be absolved. You will remain monkeys and you will then have to experience very severe punishment. Animals, etc. don't experience punishment. Punishment is for human beings. If a bull killed someone, would it be a jail? They would instantly put a person in jail. The Father explains, At this time, human beings are even worse than animals. They now have to change from humans into deities. Baba explains even Lakshmi and Narayan do not know the knowledge of the Gita. There is no need for it there because the Father is the Creator. No one there is a seer of the three aspects of time. Now, although human beings are not seers of the three aspects of time, they still say they are God. Therefore, write in large letters, the God of the Gita is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, not Krishna. It is this main mistake that just doesn't sit in anyone's intellect, nor do some children make it sit in anyone's intellect. They have forgotten that Bharat itself was heaven. They have said that the duration of the cycle is hundreds of thousands of years. This is why, when they find some old remains, they say they must be hundreds of thousands of years old. Sometimes some people even say that 3000 years before Christ, Bharat was heaven. You know that you were deities. Maya has totally made you what shells. You now have no value. So, you children also now come out of the extreme darkness. Never perform any such task that someone would have to ask you, are you a monkey? I come from such a faraway land in order to wash your dirty clothes. You souls have become completely dirty. Now remember me and your lights will be ignited. Continue to fill yourselves, you souls, with the petrol of knowledge so that you claim some status there. It is not good if you go there and become maids or servants. This is Raj Yoga, and so you should claim a high status. If you go and become maids or servants, what inheritance would you have claimed from God? None at all. If someone were to ask Baba, Baba would instantly tell him, do everything by just receiving a signal. Whoever does something without even being told to do so is a deity. Those who do something after being told to do it are human beings. You have now received Srimad to become deities. The Father who makes you elevated says, put up a board and large lettering at an exhibition so that people's eyes open to, in fact, that Krishna is not God. He takes rebirth. People believe that Krishna doesn't take rebirth and he is present everywhere. Worshippers of Hanuman would say that Hanuman is everywhere. Here you have to claim your inheritance from the one Father. The God of the Gita makes you become like diamonds because the name of the sermonizer has been changed. This has become the state of Bharat. This is not explained so strongly as yet. Only the one is the ocean of knowledge. He is also the purifier. Those people say that the Ganges is the purifier. The Ganges emerge from the ocean. So why do they not go and bath in the ocean? In order to explain this to them, your children have to have angelic qualities. Explain to everyone, we only praise the one Father. Everyone believes in incorporeal God, but they also say He is omnipresent. They even say, O Ram, O Supreme Soul. They turn the beads of a rosary. The tassel is at the top. They don't understand the meaning of this. There is the tassel and then the dual bead that represents the mother and father of the family path. If a creation is to be created, then the mother and father are surely needed. He sits here and makes us worthy through this one. And then the rosary is remembered. They don't even know the form of the Supreme Soul or of souls. You have heard something new. God is just a tiny point. It is a wonder. Would anyone accept that such a tiny point is the ocean of knowledge? They believe human beings to be that. However, there it is human beings receiving knowledge from human beings, through which there has only been degradation. Here God Himself comes and gives you knowledge and grants you salvation. That is, He makes you into kings of kings. You are amazed that a soul is a tiny point, that it is extremely subtle. Therefore, the Father would also be the same, and He is such a great authority. Look how He comes into the impure world and enters an impure body and teaches you. What do people know of those things? They are dangling upside down. The Father orders you. Those who follow my directions will become the masters of heaven. There is nothing to be afraid of in this. I, the soul, am bodiless. I now have to return home. I am an imperishable soul. However, it doesn't matter if this old body goes. Yes, Baba gives you the nectar of knowledge to drink so that you may continue to live. The lifespans of those who are serviceable will increase. A lot of service will take place at the exhibitions. There will be a lot of improvement. There is a lot of difference between the praise of God and the praise of Krishna. The Father says you are pure in heaven. You should know how you have now become impure. The Father comes and changes those with stone intellects into those with divine intellects. The children of God should never cause sorrow for anyone through their thoughts, words, or deeds. The Father says, if you cause anyone sorrow, you will die in great sorrow. Always give happiness to others. Guests who come to your home have to be served very well. This is an old body, so the suffering of karmic accounts has to be settled. There is nothing to be afraid of in this. Otherwise, there will have to be punishment. Became very sweet. The Father explains with so much love. While earning an income, never yawn or nod off. The Father says, remember me, and you will become free from disease for all time. I have come to take you to heaven. Therefore, don't do anything bad. Many thoughts will come. Let me take this and eat it. Let me hug this one. The Father knows the horoscope of the children, and this is why you have to imbibe good manners. The Father says, I know everyone's horoscope. However, would I sit and tell each one what is in him or her? My duty is to give you teachings. I am the teacher. Don't think that Baba knows about you and that he would therefore send you the medicine by himself. Baba says, if you are ill, go to a doctor. Yes, the best medicine of all is yoga. But I am not a doctor, that I would sit and give you medicine. Yes, I do give it sometimes, if it is fixed in the drama. However, I have come to inject your souls. If it is in the drama, Baba would sometimes also give you medicine. Don't think, since Baba is powerful and since God can do whatever He wants, why does He not liberate me from this illness? No, the Father has come to purify the impure. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, BapDada. The spiritual Father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says, Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, don't cause anyone sorrow through your thoughts, words, or deeds. Don't be afraid of the suffering of karma. Settle your old karmic accounts in happiness. Second point, don't do anything bad by being influenced by your thoughts. Imbibe good manners. In order to become deities, understand everything through signals and then do it. It shouldn't be that someone has to tell you to do something. Blessing. May you have the faith and intoxication of being the most elevated and wealthy and of having full and unlimited rights. Explanation. At present, your children become those who have such elevated and full rights that you have a right to the Almighty Authority Himself. The children who have a right to God also claim a right to all relationships and total wealth. At this time, you receive from the Father the blessing of having most elevated wealth. You have the imperishable wealth of all virtues, all powers, and elevated knowledge. Therefore, no one is as wealthy as you. Slogan. Remain constantly alert and carelessness will end. Om Shanti. Mateshwari J's invaluable elevated virgins. The final decision of the many human dictates about God. The whole world now knows that God is one. Some believe God to be power, some call Him Kudrat, means wonder. This means that they definitely believe in Him in one form or another. So what they believe in must definitely exist, and this is why it has a name. However, each human being on this earth has his own opinion about that one. Nevertheless, that one is just one. They have four main opinions. Some say that God is omnipresent. Some say the Brahma element is everywhere. Some say that God is truth and Maya is an illusion. Some say that God doesn't exist, that it is just the wonder of nature. They do not believe in God. There are all these opinions. They think that the world is matter and nothing else. They believe in the world, but they do not believe in the Master who created the world. However, many human beings there are in the world, there are that many opinions. Ultimately, it is God who comes and makes a decision about all of these dictates. God comes and decides about the whole world. He is the one who is the highest and most powerful. He will give a detailed explanation about His own creation. He gives us the introduction of the Creator and also gives us the introduction of the creation. Acha, Om, Shanti,